Model. If you're over 60 and noticing more hair in your brush every morning, clumps in the shower drain, or that your ponytail is half the thickness it used to be, you need to stop what you're doing and pay attention. What's happening to your hair isn't just about aging, and it's definitely not something you should ignore. The truth is, there are 5 critical mistakes you're making right now that are accelerating your hair loss at an alarming rate, and I often find these are not discussed during annual checkups. Some of these mistakes seem completely harmless, things you do every single day without thinking twice. But here's what terrifies me. If you don't address these issues in the next few months, you could lose up to 40% more hair than necessary, and some of that loss might become permanent. I'm going to walk you through each of these 5 reasons, starting from number 5 and working down to the most important one, and I'll give you the exact fix for each. But you need to stay with me until the end, because reason number 1 is something 90% of women over 60 are doing wrong, and it's probably the biggest culprit behind your thinning hair. Your hair loss isn't just about vanity, it's a warning signal from your body that something deeper is going wrong. Once you understand these 5 reasons, you can actually reverse some of the damage and protect the hair you still have. Reason number 5, you're not getting enough protein and it's starving your hair follicles. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at processing protein. Women over 60 need about 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal to support hair growth, but most are barely getting 15 grams. Your hair is made of keratin, a protein. When your body doesn't get enough, it goes into survival mode. It redirects protein to vital organs like your heart and brain, and your hair follicles get cut off first. This is why your hair isn't just falling out, it's also growing back thinner and weaker. Each strand is literally malnourished from the root. Many women over 60 are eating less protein on purpose because they're watching cholesterol or trying to lose weight. They cut back on eggs, red meat, and dairy, which are some of the most bioavailable sources of protein for hair growth, or you switch to a plant-based diet, but plant proteins aren't absorbed as efficiently, especially as you age. Your digestive system produces less stomach acid after 60, which means you're not breaking down protein effectively. Even if you think you're eating enough, your body might only be absorbing a fraction of it. So, what's the fix? Prioritize protein at every meal. Aim for at least 25 grams 3 times a day. Eggs for breakfast, not just toast. Greek yogurt has almost double the protein of regular yogurt. For lunch and dinner, palm-sized portions of chicken, fish, lean beef, or turkey. If you're vegetarian or vegan, combine legumes with whole grains to create complete proteins, and consider adding a plant-based protein powder to your morning smoothie. Spread your protein throughout the day. Your body can only process about 25 to 30 grams at a time, so eating a huge steak at dinner won't make up for skipping protein at breakfast and lunch. Think of it like watering a plant. You can't water it once a week and expect it to thrive. Within 6 to 8 weeks of increasing your protein intake, most women notice their hair feels stronger and they're seeing less shedding. Now, before I tell you reason number 4, this next one is something you might be doing to help your hair, but it's actually making everything worse. Reason number 4, you're overwashing and overstyling your hair, and it's destroying what's left. After 60, your scalp produces significantly less sebum, the natural oil that protects your hair and keeps it moisturized. Yet, many women are still washing their hair every day with harsh shampoos because that's what they've always done. Every time you wash, you strip away that precious oil. This leaves your hair brittle, dry, and prone to breakage. When your hair is dry and damaged, it looks thinner even if you're not losing more hair. Heat styling is absolutely brutal on aging hair. Your hair's protein structure becomes weaker after 60, which means blow dryers, flat irons, and curling irons cause much more damage. Every time you apply heat above 300 degrees, you're boiling the water inside your hair shaft, creating tiny bubbles and cracks. Do this repeatedly, and your hair becomes so fragile it snaps off. I see women confused because they're not finding hair at the root when it falls out. It's breaking off mid-shaft. And that's almost always from heat damage. If you're colouring your hair every 4 to 6 weeks, especially covering grey, those harsh dyes are penetrating deep into your vulnerable hair shaft and weakening it from the inside. The fix is simpler than you think. Cut back on washing. If you're washing daily, move to every other day. If you're at every other day, try every third day. Your scalp will adjust within 2 weeks. When you do wash, use a sulfate-free shampoo designed for thinning hair. Sulfates create all that lather, but they're too stripping. Look for gentle cleansers with biotin, saw palmetto or caffeine. Only shampoo your scalp, not your lengths. Let the shampoo rinse through your ends. For heat styling, air dry whenever possible. If you must blow dry, use the lowest heat setting and keep it moving. Better yet, blow dry until 80% dry, then let it air dry the rest. Invest in a heat protectant spray and use it every time, no exceptions. For colouring, talk to your stylist about low ammonia options and stretch appointments to every 8 weeks instead of 6. You'll start noticing less breakage within a month. Now here's where things get really interesting, because reason number 3 is happening inside your body right now and you can't see it or feel it. Reason number 3, your thyroid is off and nobody's catching it. The thyroid controls your metabolism, energy levels, and hair growth. After 60, thyroid problems become incredibly common, with up to 20% of women affected. But symptoms are subtle and dismissed as normal aging. You feel tired? You're over 60. Gaining weight? That's menopause. Hair thinning? That's what happens. This is missed constantly because we're not looking for it. And even when tests are run, often only TSH is checked, which doesn't give the full picture. Your thyroid produces hormones that regulate the hair growth cycle. When it's underactive, hypothyroidism, it slows down that cycle dramatically. Your hair follicles spend less time growing and more time resting, which means less new hair replaces what you're shedding naturally. Hypothyroidism also makes your hair coarser, drier, and more brittle. Hair loss is diffuse, thinning all over rather than in one area. If your thyroid is overactive, hypothyroidism, it speeds up your cycle too much, causing hair to shed before it's fully grown. Either way, your hair suffers. The fix is critical. Get your thyroid properly tested. Not just TSH, but a full panel, including free T3, free T4, and thyroid antibodies. If your healthcare provider won't order these, you can order them yourself through online labs. Lab ranges are often too broad. A TSH of 4.5 might be considered normal, but optimal for hair growth is between 1 and 2. If your numbers are off, work with a professional to get balanced. Treatment involves thyroid hormone support, and it can take 3 to 6 months to find the right balance. Once optimized, most women see dramatic improvements in hair growth. I've accompanied women who thought they were doomed to thin hair forever, and within 6 months of proper support, they had noticeable regrowth. Get your thyroid checked properly. It could be the single most important thing you do this year. All right, reason number 2 is something affecting almost every woman over 60, but it's so misunderstood. Reason number 2, your hormones crash during menopause, and they're still wreaking havoc. When your estrogen levels plummet during menopause, you unmask the effects of androgens, male hormones every woman has in small amounts. Estrogen used to keep these in check, but now androgens like DHT become more dominant. DHT is the enemy of your hair follicles. It shrinks them, a process called miniaturization. So each new hair grows back thinner and weaker. Over time, follicles become so small they stop producing visible hair. This is androgenetic alopecia, or female pattern hair loss, affecting about 40% of women by 50 and up to 70% over 60. You'll notice your part widening, hairline receding at the temples, or thinning on top while the sides and back stay thick. That's the classic pattern. It's progressive. If you don't act, it gets worse year after year. Follicles miniaturizing now won't reverse on their own. After 3 to 5 years of dormancy, the follicle may die completely, and that loss becomes permanent. Low estrogen also affects scalp health directly. It reduces circulation, collagen production, and moisture levels. Less blood flow means fewer nutrients reach your roots. Some women experience increased scalp inflammation after menopause, creating a hostile environment for growth. The fix is two-part. First, address the androgen issue. There are over-the-counter options like minoxidil in 2% and 5% formulations. Minoxidil increases blood flow to your scalp and prolongs the growth phase. Apply it twice daily and it takes 3 to 4 months to see results, but they can be significant. About 60% of women see noticeable regrowth with consistent use. You must commit to at least 6 months. You might experience initial shedding in the first few weeks as weak hairs fall out to make room for stronger ones, but push through it. The second part is considering hormonal support if you're a candidate. Discuss with your physician, but for many women, bioidentical hormone support can restore estrogen and progesterone, counteracting androgen effects. Some professionals prescribe spironolactone, an anti-androgen that blocks DHT. It's a blood pressure medication, but at lower doses it's very effective for hair loss. There are also natural DHT blockers like saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil as supplements. Topical treatments with caffeine or rosemary oil can be as effective as minoxidil for some women. If you're over 60, hormones are almost certainly playing a role. You need targeted support. The sooner you start, the better your results. Don't wait another year. And now reason number 1, the mistake 90% of women over 60 make. Reason number 1, you're deficient in critical nutrients and you don't even know it. This isn't about taking a generic multivitamin. After 60, your body's ability to absorb nutrients declines dramatically. Your stomach acid decreases, your gut lining becomes less permeable, and many medications deplete specific nutrients essential for hair growth. You could be eating perfectly and still be severely deficient in what your hair needs. Let me walk you through the critical ones. First, iron. Low ferritin is one of the most common causes of hair loss in women. Even if you're not anemic, low ferritin causes shedding. Your ferritin should be at least 70 for optimal hair growth, but it's often not flagged unless it's below 15. Get it checked and supplement with vitamin C if it's low. Next, vitamin D. It acts like a hormone and plays a crucial role in creating new follicles. Women with hair loss have significantly lower vitamin D levels. After 60, your skin produces less from sunlight. You want levels between 60 and 80. You'll likely need 2,000 to 5,000 IU daily. Then B vitamins, especially B12 and biotin. B12 absorption drops after 60 because you need stomach acid to extract it from food. Low B12 causes hair loss and fatigue. Consider sublingual B12 or monthly injections. Biotin supports keratin production. A dose of 5,000 to 10,000 micrograms daily helps, but give it 3 to 6 months. Zinc is crucial for hair tissue growth and repair. Deficiency causes shedding and changes texture. Too much zinc also causes hair loss, so dose carefully. Most women do well with 15 to 30 milligrams daily, with copper since zinc depletes copper. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation, nourish follicles, and support a healthy scalp. Many women don't eat enough fatty fish, so they lack omega-3s. Chronic inflammation damages follicles, and omega-3s combat that. Aim for 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily from quality fish oil. Here's the fix. Get tested, don't guess. Ask for a comprehensive nutrient panel including ferritin, vitamin D, B12, zinc, and a complete blood count. If your healthcare provider won't order it, use an online lab. Once you have results, supplement strategically based on actual deficiencies. Don't take random hair vitamins from social media. Those are often just biotin, and if your real problem is low iron or vitamin D, they won't help. Work with a professional to create a tailored supplement plan and retest in 3 to 6 months. Timing matters. Take iron on an empty stomach with vitamin C, but not with calcium or coffee. Take vitamin D with fat. Take B vitamins in the morning. Let me tie this together. Your hair loss isn't from just one thing. It's a perfect storm of multiple factors building over years. The protein deficiency is starving your follicles. The overwashing and heat styling are damaging what's left. Your thyroid might be quietly malfunctioning, your hormones crashed during menopause and never recovered, and you're deficient in nutrients your hair desperately needs. Any one of these causes noticeable loss, but combined they're devastating. Now that you understand what's really happening, you can take targeted action. Start with the easiest wins. Increase protein at every meal. Cut back on washing and heat styling, and get blood work to check thyroid and nutrients. Those 3 things alone make a difference within 2 to 3 months. Then explore hormone support or anti-androgen options for female pattern hair loss. This is longer term but crucial for stopping progression. You won't wake up tomorrow with thick hair like a 30-year-old. That's not realistic. But you can stop excessive shedding, strengthen what you have, and potentially regrow some loss, especially if you catch it early. I've seen women in their 60s and 70s make remarkable improvements. Their hair becomes thicker, shinier, healthier. They stop seeing handfuls in the drain. They can wear their hair down without feeling self-conscious. That confidence is priceless. Here's what I want you to do right now, and I mean right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Don't let this video be just another piece of information you consume and forget about. Take action today. Pause this video if you need to and grab a pen and paper. Write down the 3 things you're going to do this week. First action item. Call your healthcare provider's office as soon as they open and schedule an appointment for comprehensive blood work. When you call, be specific. Tell them you want a full thyroid panel, including free T3, free T4, and thyroid antibodies, not just TSH. Ask for ferritin, not just iron. Request vitamin D, B12, and a complete metabolic panel. If they push back or tell you it's unnecessary, stand your ground. This is your health, your hair, and your right to know what's happening inside your body. If they absolutely refuse, remember you can order these tests yourself through online labs. Don't let anyone dismiss your concerns. Second action item, go through your bathroom right now. Look at your shampoo bottle. If it has sulfates listed in the first 5 ingredients, it needs to go. Order a sulfate-free shampoo specifically designed for thinning or aging hair today. While you're at it, check when you last washed your hair. If it was this morning, commit right now to pushing your next wash to tomorrow or the day after. Your scalp needs time to recalibrate and produce its natural protective oils. And if you have a flat iron or curling iron sitting on your bathroom counter, put it away in a drawer, out of sight, out of mind. Give your hair a break from heat for at least the next 2 weeks and see how it responds. Third action item, evaluate your protein intake at your very next meal. I don't care if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Look at your plate and ask yourself, do I have at least 25 grams of protein here? If you're not sure, use your phone to quickly look it up. A palm-sized chicken breast has about 26 grams. 3 eggs have about 18 grams. A cup of Greek yogurt has around 20 grams. A 6-ounce piece of salmon has about 34 grams. If your plate doesn't measure up, add more. Cook an extra egg. Add a scoop of protein powder to your smoothie. Throw some grilled chicken on your salad. Make this non-negotiable. Your hair is counting on you too. Feed it properly. And that starts with your very next meal. Now here's the truth that nobody wants to hear, but everyone needs to understand. The reason most women don't see results isn't because these strategies don't work. It's because they don't stick with them long enough. They try increasing protein for a week, don't see immediate results, and go back to their old habits. They buy the sulfate-free shampoo, but still heat style every day because they feel they need to look presentable. They get the blood work done, see that their ferritin is at 30 when it should be at 70, but never follow through with supplementation. Change requires commitment, and commitment requires you to push through the uncomfortable phase where you're doing everything right but not seeing results yet. Hair growth is slow. Follicles need time to shift from the shedding phase back into the growth phase. Your body needs time to absorb nutrients and repair damage. You're looking at a minimum of 3 months before you see noticeable improvement and 6 months for significant changes. That might sound like forever, but think about it this way. 6 months from now is going to come whether you take action today or not. The only question is, will you be looking at thicker, healthier hair in the mirror, or will you still be standing here watching videos about hair loss, frustrated and wondering why nothing works? If this video opened your eyes to what's really going on with your hair loss, I need you to share it. Send it to your sister, your best friend, your neighbor, anyone you know who's over 60 and struggling with thinning hair. This information can change lives, but only if it reaches the women who need it most. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 reasons hit home for you. Was it the protein deficiency, the thyroid issue, the hormone crash? I want to hear your story because your experience might help another woman who's reading through the comments looking for hope. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button right now because I'm creating new content every single week, specifically for women over 60 who want to age with strength, health, and confidence. Your hair is part of your identity. It's part of how you see yourself and how you present yourself to the world. You deserve to feel good when you look in the mirror. You deserve to have hair that makes you feel confident and beautiful. And with the right information and the right action plan, you can get there. Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time to educate yourself, and for being willing to make changes. I believe in you, and I can't wait to hear about your progress. I'll see you in the next video.